Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a review here for a book that I recently finished up about maybe a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, somewhere in there. It's a movie I started in Tennessee this year on my vacation, and I was really excited to read it because I really loved the first two volumes. I thought volume 3 was really cool. This is a manga, and it's Death Note Black Edition number 4, which includes volumes 7 and 8 of the traditional manga. Usually these big black editions include 2 books, but it is written by Tsugumi Oba, and the art is done by Takeshi Obata, once again. I always love these covers. The black editions of these books look really sick with the black pages themselves. But anyway, Volume 4 is closer to 400 pages than the previous 2 or 3 volumes were. I think those hit like 380, 375, somewhere in there on their total. But this is clearly about 400, if not 410 pages. It's a big one, dude. And I have some complaints. I have some big complaints. I love Death Note. Again, I love Volume 1 and 2. I think they're really good. Volume 3 is good. This series stresses me out. A lot of the time you won't see reviews for these first 3 books yet on my channel, because this is a newer channel, but also because it's been so long since I've read them, because each of those volumes affected me so much because of how dense the Death Note manga storyline is, that I have to take like 6 month breaks. Every single time I read one, I take like a long-ass break before I go to the next volume, and that is a good thing and a bad thing. It gives me time to unwind, read something else, whatever. But on the other hand, then I forget a lot of details. So I went into Death Note Volume 4 after the previous 3 volumes being so great. I had a lot of that burned into my brain that I will never forget, because I highly recommend those first 3 volumes. Volume 4, however, changed some things. I think I understand now why people got mad over Death Note once upon a time, because they took a shot in here that I think completely was not the shot to take, that I think it really fucked up the franchise, in my personal opinion. Anyway, so where do I even start with this? Basically, this is kind of a spoiler for Volume 3, just in case you haven't read it. Again, I recommend that one. I recommend the first 2. Basically, at the end of Volume 3, you had a car chase with one of the guys on Light's team, and he gets pulled over. They find out that he's in control of one of the Death Notes now, and this book kind of picks up with what he's doing, and Light and L kind of hunting him down. Now, the first 100 pages of this book are basically continuing the storyline of Light and L and the hunt for this Kira killer, you know, that Light is, and L doesn't realize Light is that killer. So, if that sounds confusing, I'm sorry, guys, to you who haven't read this actual series yet. But you pick up from there, and that first 100 pages of Volume 4 are focused on that. And then the book, like I said, takes a massive change and a massive risk, and I fucking hated it. I thought it was a terrible choice, a terrible decision. And if I'm not incorrect, I think the anime even ended on that particular note and never picked up with a new series or anything because of what happened there. If that's the case, that's a big bummer. A really, really big bummer. Then they do like a big time skip. Yeah, they do like a big time jump to like, I think it was a couple of years ahead, maybe 5 years, 4 years ahead in the future, something like that. And I did not like that. I thought that was a terrible idea for the kind of thriller, vaguely supernatural story we were telling here from the Death Note franchise. And it took a big risk, and again, I don't think it paid off. And by the end of Volume 4, I was hoping with the next 300 pages that it could sell me on the concept it was going for next. I did not like that. It felt like we were basically starting all over again. And I don't want to get into details about the new stuff that's come in, the new characters that have come in. You kind of start off with a kidnapping story once you get past that time jump thing. I don't like any of that. I feel like this whole basically soft reboot, restart of the whole Light L saga is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. I don't know what Tsugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata, I can't pronounce their names that well. I'm sorry, guys, if you happen to be watching this and care enough to watch this. I did not like the choices. I did not like the choices on this. I thought it was a very, very bad idea. But I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. And again, I got through the next 300 pages. I completed the book, and I think it was a massive ball drop. I really do. And I would be curious looking online what other people think about Volume 4, or I guess technically Volume 7 and 8 of the traditional manga, because to me, this change was not good. I did not like this shit at all. It really brought down the franchise for me. I was really excited to read Volume 4, see where it was going, and I understand why they had to change pace, because things were winding so tight that I don't know how much more they could have done with the Light and L storyline. But to take the change we go for, I think, I've said it over and over again, Bad idea. Bad idea. So I'm hoping that Volume 5 and 6, the final two of the series, could save this, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I would be very, very, very surprised if they can pull that off, but at the end of the day, that's pretty much my review for Death Note Black Edition Volume 4. I'm sorry if it's very vague for folks who haven't read the manga before, but understand the supernatural, thriller aspect to this is what makes these books so freaking good. I really enjoy that about it. But this one, this could be the beginning of the end. It really could. I feel like it's very possible that Volume 5 and 6 of the Black Edition books could completely shit the bed. And I'm scared to death about that, because I was hoping it would not go that route ever in the franchise, even though I had heard it had. I don't know. But I'm afraid to look up anybody's opinion about this volume, because I don't want spoilers for future volumes either. I know nothing about the series aside from what I've read up to this point, and I would like to not have it all completely dashed for me. So anyway, have you read Volume 4 of Death Note Black Edition? What do you think about it? Have you read Volume 7 and 8 standalones? What do you think about those? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments about them down in the comment section down below. What did you think about what happened in this volume? Did you hate it? Did you love it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm hoping that Volume 5 and 6 can improve it, but for right now, if I had to rate this particular book on a 5-star basis, I love that first 100 pages, really good, completely underwhelming 300 pages after it. I'd give it a 2 out of 5 stars, if I'm being honest with you. I know that seems pretty low, and again, if Volume 5 and 6 are good, consider this by those reviews, and I'll probably try to include that opinion there in those reviews, if things change. If those books are good, they'll probably improve this to at least a 3 out of 5, because of, I guess, hindsight, I don't know. But for what this is right now, hell no. Hell no. If that was the first one I ever read, which thank God it wasn't, because you need to read them in order, I would have thrown this away and never read it ever again. It reminds me of the days when I read Attack on Titan Volume 1. Volume 1 of that was fucking crap, and I will never, ever, ever get over it. But anyway, what did you think about the book? Let me know your thoughts and comments about Death Note in totality. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you like the anime, the movie from Netflix? I'd love to hear all that down below. Anyway, thank you all. God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving, and goodbye.